Good evening, Unique Couples community. We are Vito and Linda Patrick, founders of Unique Couples and co-authors of 7 Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage. Welcome to day number 24 of the 7 Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage Summit, Marriage on a Mission. We have been energetic, fired up, excited for the last 23 days, and day number 24 will be no exception. And we're going to be in for a great time this evening. We have another dynamic couple who is with us this evening. Be in for a great time.
Awesome, definitely. So we talked about, we made the commitment. It was a challenge to go ahead and do 30 days, 30 couples, and 30 ways to make your relationship stronger, healthier, and happier in 30 minutes or less a day. And I'm excited and kind of in awe to say that we have made it this far. It has definitely been a prayer, faith journey. All the wheels turning in the background, but we're so excited that we are here and we are able to be at this stage. And of course, to have our wonderful guest, the Maycocks, on with us today. Hello, hello.
Yes, hello. How are you guys doing?
We're good. I'm good.
We're good. We're good.
All right.
Enjoying a Sunday.
All right. Awesome. And we just want to say thank you again for taking time out of the schedule to be with us here on day number 24 of our 7 Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage Summit. And I know that we are going to be in for a great time this evening.
Yes.
So we're just going to dive straight into the conversation. So can you tell our viewing audience a little about yourselves and how and when did you meet?
Go ahead. Go. You started. I can get it wrong.
I'm Abby, um, the wife of one husband, 2 children, and we met at youth meeting on a Friday night youth meeting. I was invited to a youth meeting at Free Bible Church, and I met him, and that was that.
1998?
1999.
1999.
Awesome.
And yes, but she's originally from
Guyana.
Guyana. Yeah, but we did meet. We met. We were little itty bitty teenagers. In youth meeting. She had just moved here to the Bahamas that same year.
Yes.
That same year. After mom passed earlier that year, she came to live with her aunt, and so we met at youth meeting, and we've been flirting ever since.
Ooh, keep it up.
All right. Awesome. And that's from 1999. We're talking some 26 years.
Yeah, we've been together 25, 26 years.
Yes. Awesome.
I stopped.
That's more than half my life. Wow.
Yeah, more than half of your life. Yeah.
I ain't 50 yet.
All right.
That's
So
good. Keep it alive. Keep
Yes,
it active.
keep it alive.
Keep flirting with each other. Definitely. We love it.
yeah, so 26 years. So can you tell us what is an obstacle or challenge you faced in dating or in marriage? And how did you overcome it?
Yeah, because you know it happens. You don't go 26 years without anything.
Yeah, I mean, 26 years, where the obstacles?
Yes.
I guess one right off the top was the cultural differences. The cultural differences that we had in the background. How coming from Guyana and settling into a new environment. We live here, so we don't always appreciate how much of an adjustment it is. People, just having to uproot and find a new home, new community, new friends. And I think the flirt started by, I think I was making fun of your
Accent.
I was making fun of her accent. So some of the more playful obstacles, was she would always accuse me of not I don't like Guyanese people or like foreigners. I'm like, what? I just thought they were interesting. But that was one. And during dating, it was She had an overprotective aunt. Yeah, she had an overprotective aunt. And then I was young in the faith. I didn't know how to date as a Christian. So early on, it was just about what is dating. I read it. There was no class on it. There was no unique you could watch.
Unique couples.
You just kind of had to figure this thing out as you go. But that was one of the challenges, just trying to stay, stay or date the way God wanted you to in the
Mhm.
church, and not being boring, finding creative ways to have fun, without it being just trying to have fun, good, clean,
Real
pure
fun.
fun,
Yeah.
and,
Yes.
and making it enjoyable. So
Mhm.
that was something very early on in your faith where I didn't know how to date like a Christian. What about, did you know?
Nope, no clue. Never had a boyfriend, so I was green as green can get. I was clueless to how to date. So it
Mm.
was discovery. It was, had all the women around, so I was kind of, being guided what not to do, kind of stuff. But in terms of how to do it,
Right.
clueless,
Yeah.
clueless.
I mean, I remember early in when we started talking, dating, and she invited me to a male friend of hers who invited another fella or a fella that like her come to youth group while I was the boyfriend. I was like, what's going on? What? I'm like, so just finding out
Clueless.
what
Mhm.
is appropriate, what you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
was it was very difficult in those
Yeah.
days
Mhm.
without access to content,
Mm-hmm.
without access to mentoring, without
Yeah.
a platform you could ask questions and seek answers and be authentic and honest, in a safe environment. So definitely being, investing in a relationship, purity, always it's a challenge once you're young.
Yeah.
Once you're young and hot-blooded, warm-blooded, that's always going to be a challenge.
Challenge.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then finding other couples
Yeah.
that are on the same
Mm-hmm. Journey.
pathway and with the same goals, as you. And that even happened into our, um, not from our teenage years, but into our adult
Those. Mm-hmm.
years. But another one of the obstacles was we were in a long distance relationship for a long time.
Yes.
After we started dating in January 1st, 2000,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to Bible school in 2003, and she went back
To
to
New York.
New York. So the entire time from 2003 to when we got
To
married
New
in
York.
2012, we were in a long distance relationship.
Wow, that's a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
I was in Tampa, she was in New York, and then, no, well, Guyana first,
Yeah.
for about a year. And the Guyana journey was
Longer
crazy
than I thought.
because, access, we have these now,
But
Yeah.
but back then you have to buy a phone card and
One
mm-hmm.
cat.
Mhm.
find a phone and,
Pay
oh,
food.
What's
yeah.
that? The get the paper?
And it was like MSN, Messenger.
Messenger.
Yes.
Mhm.
You had to work you used to have to send emails, and
Mm-hmm.
so it was balancing college. It was balancing the distance. She was back home. Still wasn't really clear about what was going to
What?
happen
Mm-hmm.
because she went back home to relocate to New York to get
Mm.
processed, and that was something that was way beyond our control.
Yeah.
It was frustrating to her. It was frustrating to me. The distance, the busyness of school, so many obstacles,
Yeah,
man.
man.
And so
It
from
was rough.
then, so from 2003 to 2012,
Mhm.
and then the natural drift. To be honest with you, they say absence make the heart grow fonder. But the longer you stay away from a person, the more you begin to entertain the idea of them not being around.
Mm.
And so you had to work harder.
Mhm.
You had to do some things, to make it work.
Yeah.
If you wanted it to work, it was very easy to just let it die.
Yeah.
Let it die. So those were some obstacles, early on before we got married. post marriage is I guess one of the obstacles we have is just really being in ministry, together. That's a whole another level of complication and complexity. But how was the ministry journey for you as a couple, married couple?
It was okay up until having the church split, which was really difficult to navigate. This is talking about people you grew up with, you love, because people Bible church is the only church I knew. That's all I knew. So it was difficult, but through God's grace, I was able to navigate through it. Had some people that I could have talked to. I tried to stay out of everything that was happening, but of course, the people still attacking you. So it was tough. It was tough because I didn't sign up for that.
Mm.
Did not sign-
Me, I thought,
I didn't sign up.
I thought once you love God, everything go fine. I
Yeah.
didn't.
Amen. Listen.
That's like it's people that's in the church. The same people that you work with is the same. So I just took it. It's just people.
Yeah. And then we had to do all of that with two
years.
children in 2 years.
Mm.
Infants.
Complications with that.
One
It
in
was
the
just
one in the
hard.
one on your arm and one in the belly. I also was not working. I didn't have a full-time job. I was doing full-time work. So that was another one. The obstacle was, you start a family, you need to make money. I don't care how much you love God, you need to be able to make some money. And at that time, I had devoted all of my 20s, just about all of my 20s and a good portion of my 30s to doing, being trained in ministry, just for free. Doing work in Inagua, going back and forth to Nassau, not being paid, but just learning ministry, being mentored, being trained, being exposed to the thing that I thought was passionate. And she had to leave. She had to make some serious decisions because she's a dancer by trade. So she was in New York getting an accounts degree and her dance degree. And if you wanted to be in dance, New York is the place to stay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the decisions you had to make when it came to getting married, because I think up to that time in 2012 when we were getting married, we weren't even talking. We had already tell everybody that, hey, we getting married in 2012, but we told them that from 2006. so it was so interesting that our family and friends planning a wedding, and we ain't even talking. We wasn't sure if I wasn't moving to the States, and she wasn't moving home. She was so this was one of those things, and it was that point. I'm telling you, like my brother and my best man and my best friend, they already got their tuxedo. They already get measured up, and we still wasn't sure. It wasn't until and I hadn't even asked her to marry me. I asked her to marry me. We got married in August 16th of 2012. I proposed to her in March of that same year, but people were preparing for the wedding from long time.
Long time.
Yeah, and that's one of them things, you're ashamed to say at the time. You don't want to tell nobody, but you're all getting, I ain't even sure this thing happening. But that's one of the things that was an obstacle. And I think one day, and what made me propose was I had to ask her one day. I said, look, I said, we getting married or we ain't getting married.
Yeah.
Just like that.
That was the proposal? Oh my goodness.
That was the question. That was the question that made me know whether or not I should go propose.
Okay.
If there was any hint of, I know.
Yeah.
I don't think we would do it because we was in such this holding pattern. Just being prayerful and careful about it. That's a big life decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to couples in terms of overcoming obstacles and challenges? Like, just summarize it. What should they do, or when they have to overcome these obstacles and challenges, and how should they work together?
Yeah, y'all had a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. As cliche as it may seem, prayer is very important, and knowing, because sometimes you have your own plans and
Mhm.
God have another plan.
Yeah.
Now, I always knew my goal was I wasn't into because like I said, I always was surrounded by all the women, and then I have some of my peers, and just seeing them navigating this boyfriend, and then they break up and heartbreak and then starting over, and I just was like, no, I ain't going through that. So I'm one of those persons that I learn from other people's mistake. So
Yeah.
things that I saw, I make up my mind that I'm not going through that. So in my dating, I said, Lord, whoever this is, one and done. If this ain't work, that's it for me. One and done. And so it was tough, but I've learned to trust the process, trust God, and just
That's good.
pray and allow Him to work it out, even when I don't even see it being possible. I just had to trust the process.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
I also think being practical and open,
Yeah.
um, and having good people around you
Hmm.
that you can bounce things off. I think being a student of relationships,
Yes.
I think you have to always be open to learn. Like
Hmm.
you don't ever, relationships are as complicated as people, and
Hmm.
people change and people shift and people mature and people grow. So your understanding of relationships should do the same. It's easy to just kind of go coasting,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
who we are now wasn't who we were
No.
No.
last year.
Yeah.
forget
And we're
10,
still learning.
forget 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Learn to compromise, learn to be prayerful, and then to do marriage by the book. And I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things that your book, the Seven
Mhm.
Pillars, is really good
Yeah.
at. Just making it very practical and
Yeah.
building your relationship on principles, some pillars that would hold it up. So that's one of the advice. That's one piece of advice I would give to help you get over any obstacle, and you could get over anything you want. So
Yeah. You.
that's just going with that mindset. You could conquer anything you want. Conquer.
Mhm.
Yeah. You
Yes.
have to want it, because if you don't want it, then it's just gonna be what it is.
Right.
You have
Mhm.
Yeah.
to want it. Both parties have to want it. You
Yes.
know, you fight for whatever you want. Nobody fights for something that they don't want. So
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
work at it. It's tough, but you got to work through it. Navigate through
Yes.
Yes. Together.
Together. Mhm.
Yeah. That's very important.
Uh,
I know. We. Kind of. I heard you earlier talking about things with people. People are the great thing about life, and then people are also the worst thing about life. So it's like you get them in and
it.
out. It doesn't matter, in and out of organizations and churches and
Mhm.
wherever. But God created us as social beings, and I don't want to neglect the thanks and the appreciation that we have for both of you. You've been on our platform several times before. We did prayer sessions. We did, you came on, shared your story, and we really appreciate that. And then you were able to open up your church hall for us to come there when we wanted to host our, I think, which one, third or fourth?
Third.
Third, yes, our third couples night when we wanted to do that during our anniversary, which actually is happening December again. But anyway, and so you were there. Like, you didn't just speak and say, "Oh yeah, we support you. We love what you're doing," because we get that a lot. A lot of people would say, "Oh yes, we love what you're doing," and then when it turns to something simple, crickets, right? But
Right.
we really appreciate what you did, and it meant a lot, especially during that time. And of course, a lot of things we don't share because still at the end of the day, we want to be able to be a witness to let people know that yes, there is good in the world. Yes,
Yes.
you can rely on people. Yes, some people will let you down, but and so during that time, it was a really difficult time, I think, for us in terms of um, when we were building the platform, and it almost felt like, and even like a little earlier this year, like people had a few people had a problem with the ministry, or with us actually doing it, and appreciating the God centeredness of the whole, unique
Right.
couples, the idea of helping couples outside of any lines of whatever. It wasn't church related. It wasn't
Right.
politics. It wasn't anything. It was just marriage is a God idea. We need more people to be married. We need more people to be happily married, right? And so it almost felt like, in some instances, where we were getting punished because we were doing it, and people were being negative and, who they think they are, all those little things, right? And in the
Right.
midst of that, you guys open up, and it was like, yeah, we could have it at your church, and that showed us more than anything else that kingdom is kingdom, and doing God's work didn't matter. It didn't matter who was for, it didn't matter who was against. Once God was in it, he would send his people. And so we want to thank you. And that's why we had to dedicate part of our book and in our acknowledgments and put you guys in there because like we said, believe it or not, it really made an impact, and it was something that told us, you know what, we're going to continue. Because it was like, oh, should we be doing this? Like, this don't make sense. All of this darts the devil is throwing, all of these things. Like, I know we ain't signed up to that for this. God, we signed up to do, what you said, but this marriage, this vision. But we ain't signed up for all of these other problems and obstacles that are coming from people who we held dear to us, and all of these other problems. No, we didn't sign up for that, right? So when you said that, Abby, I really understood that. Yeah. And so we had to say that. And so we thank you for being a part of making it happen, because the book came as a result of the platform and the people we had sharing and the interviews and the all of that. And we built upon that to create the 7 pillars to strengthen your marriage, and the persons who did their stories in between the pillars, and of course those who did their contributions of do's and don'ts in marriage and ideas don't work. So we want to say thank you, thank you for being a part of making it possible.
Yes,
our pleasure, and congratulations.
Yes,
continue to celebrate small things. Small wins. A win is a win.
Yep.
Yes.
And this is more than a small win. These are big wins that y'all are doing. So y'all don't worry about it.
All right. Can you tell our audience why reading a book like 7 Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage is important?
Because there are no experts around here. This thing is an art, not necessarily a science, but there are principles. There are principles that we all can build anything on. And principle is timeless. It transcends culture. So I think, again, being empowered, this is an area that there are 2 areas of our life that really throw us in a tailspin. Finances and relationships. You make a bad financial decision, take years to catch yourself. You make a bad relationship decision, take years to catch yourself. Yes. So but knowing that there are people just like us out here, that people that are been through what we're going through, people who are ahead of us, people who are behind us, people who are on the side of us. I think knowing that brings a level of comfort and community that will help anyone to grow. So you don't have to try to figure things out on your own. You can learn from each other.
Yes.
And that's the value of community. That's the value of being together. So it's a great book. It's very practical. That's one of the things I like about it, very practical. And what you also see from it is the contribution of so many people. You get the sense that you all didn't figure this out on your own. It wasn't done on your own. There was just so many different people that contributed, that influenced, that. So I think that's what makes it valuable.
Awesome. And can you tell us what is your favorite or most interesting part of the book?
Right. Well, Abby was just telling me. Abby telling me I'm supposed to give her the book in my office. I ain't leave my office, so she was around me before. She was around me before it. I wanted to bring it. I wanted to bring it with me from church today, but where we left, I left it right on my desk because I haven't finished it. But one of the, I think, there was a couple that y'all were talking about. Is it a U.S. couple that y'all brought up? Y'all had them on the show before. I don't know if it was from I can't remember the name. I don't want to mess up the thing. But to me, what I really like about the book is that to me is practical. Y'all identify an issue, y'all identify a strength, and y'all encourage people to build on it. So that's what I kept telling them. That's what I kept telling them, and that's what I keep repeating. And I like practical books. I don't like. You might as well write a romance novel, if you're not going to help people take the information and apply it in a practical way. And so the 7 pillars to me are just amazing. I like the fact that the 7, you said, like y'all said, 7, and I think it fortifies every relationship. But I meant to bring the book. I don't know who to blame, but I ain't gonna blame. I'll take the blame.
So for those of you who haven't gotten your copy of 7 Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage, you want to go ahead
and it's on Amazon.
Yes, right. You can find it at Amazon. You can also find it at Variety Vault downtown in the Independence Square and at Bellevue Gift on Queens Highway here in Freeport. And then you can also find it on the islands of Abaco and Nassau. So go ahead and get your copy of 7 Pillars to Strengthen Your Marriage. And you can also gift a copy or copies as well. Yeah. So go ahead and do that. The holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving this week, Christmas next month. So give some copies to folks.
Yeah. It's only $3.99 on Amazon. So get your copy.
Yeah, so you can get
your signed copy. You can't beat that.
Yes. And you can get your signed copy from Linda and I. So just reach out to us to get your signed copy.
Yes. I got mine.
Yes. So drum roll. We have reached that part of the segment of this show where we ask for the number 1 tip or recommendation. And with this being day number 24, we have had 23 tips so far.
Yes.
And there has been no repeats. And I know today we will definitely not have a tip that was mentioned before. So can you guys let our viewing audience know what is your number 1 tip or recommendation to making relationships stronger, healthier, and happier?
Forgive. Unless you all had that already.
Say again?
Forgive.
All right, go ahead.
Love keeps no record of wrongs. No record of wrongs. And if you could master the art of letting go and let the Bible said there are mercies new every morning. So you give mercy as well.
Yes.
Oh, that's a hard one. Yeah, we know couples are struggling with that. And we know that is definitely something that could only come from God for people to be able to do. So you have to have God in there to be able to do that forgiveness, because we know we hurt each other. We know there are some things that we look at and say, oh goodness, that is unforgivable. And then of course, when we say we forgive, and then we keep bringing back up the past. And so it's like we're constantly living in the issue or the problem over and over again, and beating our spouse over the head with their mistakes, what they did wrong. So that is definitely, it's a whole year's conversation on forgiveness. Yes.
Yeah, we can have a whole hour conversation on that.
Yes.
That's an awesome tip. So Unique Couples Community, you had the tip of the day from the Maycocks. Forgive.
Yes.
So you want to forgive your spouse for not getting that birthday gift. Forgive them for all those different things. So
it's possible. It's possible. It is really possible. I could sit here and say it's possible, because I could think back of when we just got married, how I'll go days and not speak because I'm mad, I upset. And now I know it's the grace of God, or is either I just maturing, maybe. But we would have an argument. I'll be upset. And a couple, give me half hour, maybe one day.
Tell her we wrapping up, okay?
And I'll be, I get over it because I realize it doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
You wasting time and things that you could be enjoying, being upset and being unforgiving, taking up all that good space. So I just let it go.
Yes, let it go. Let it go. So make sure you forgive.
Yes.
That's our tip for the day.
And not just once, right? Oh,
Not once. 70 times 7.
70 times 7. So as we bring this conversation to a conclusion, can the Maycocks tell our viewing audience what you guys are doing now or have planned, and share with our audience how they can get in touch with you?
Well, my wife, she's a lurker on social media, so you'll have to. You can always find me on Instagram at Pastor Kyle, TikTok, Kyle Maycock, or Freeport Bible Church, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, email Freeport Bible Church at gmail.com, or Pastor Kyle at freeportbiblechurch.org. Or you can call us at 352-7600 anytime.
And you can find me on Instagram at Abiola Maycock, I believe.
Ain't no pictures up there. You ain't know that. Ain't nobody knows.
It's the I believe part. Like you can like
Heinz Feet, you'll find me. I don't. I'm sorry. You find him, you'll find me.
Right. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
All right.
Say that number again. 242
352-7600.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes.
So we want to say thank you to the Maycocks for taking time of your schedule again for being here with us today. We want to thank our Unique Couples community for tuning in as well. So you want to make sure that you tune in tomorrow again for day number 25 of the 7 pillars to strengthen your marriage.
Yes. We're almost there. And we're all excited because I don't think we've said it enough. Well, I don't think we said it, but anyway, this is our 6th year and we're having our 6th anniversary. So it's 6th year anniversary come December 7th. That was, I think, our first event, live in-person event. And so we're having another event come December 7th at Pelican Bay. So we're inviting everyone to come and join us. All the couples come, whether you're dating, engaged, thinking about getting serious with someone, you want to be there. So come on down, 5 p.m. at Pelican Bay. Go ahead. The link is in the description comments. Go ahead and register. Be a part of that awesome experience because, hey, we're saying from this moment on, we've only just begun. And so we're going to, wherever you are in your relationship, it's like, if it has been good, that's great. And this step is going to make it better. And if things haven't been like you need it, this is your opportunity to start afresh. So join us on December 7th at Pelican Bay.
Yeah. It was fun last year. It was really good. They good games and they give you good prize. Trust me, you'll have. I want a prize, y'all. I want a prize. It was a lot of fun.
So make sure you are there December 7th, 5 p.m. Pelican Bay. So we just want to say thank you again, Unique Couples community. Thank you to the Maycocks.
Yes.
Here at Unique Couples, we are building stronger couples, healthier marriages, and happier families. Love you guys. Have a great evening. Enjoy. Bye.